nerds! In my last video I wanted you guys to get to know me better. So this evening we are going to get to know my trauma. More specifically, my internet trauma. There are things that we as a society see on the internet that we really wish we hadn't, but once you see it, there's no going back. You just have to lock it up in that vault inside your brain and pretend like you never saw it to the best of your ability. That is until a whack job on YouTube decides to drudge up the past. So buckle up as I'm about to rank my internet traumas. We are starting off strong with 2020 TikTok cosplayers. Now, I've been a cosplayer for a really long time. Took a break there for a second, but I'm trying to get back into it. But I would never, ever make fun of somebody's cosplay. Until it's E-boys cosplaying Marshall Lee from Adventure Time over and over and over and over again and using the same TikTok audios. It gets a little bit cringe.
Good little girl.
So we're gonna put this one at C tier and pray that those boys leave Donald Glover alone. Next we're on to creepypasta. I knew a girl that would write really cool creepypasta fan fiction and I wanted to be just like her, so I tried to get into it and dude, no. Slenderman is pretty cool, but I was caught so off guard, like I was not prepared for what creepypasta really is. I thought it would be more of like a cryptid sort of thing, and I guess it is, but not in the way I was thinking. So for my love of Slenderman, I put him at D tier. And up next we have the Bakugo tampon poster. B tier, cause what the f? This is one that the internet got a hold of recently, like really recently. And I mean, I've seen worse things from the My Hero Academia fandom, but what the f? Onto Omegle. Omegle got shut down in 2023, thank God. It was kind of like FaceTime, if you don't know what it is, except you would get connected with a bunch of random people across the internet.
Hope you have a really nice day, bro. You're a goat.
This is awesome.
Me and my friends would play around with Omegle in elementary school. We would mostly just run into furries a lot of the time, which are 100% harmless. But then there's the other side of Omegle where it's adults trying to interact with children, if you know what I'm saying. S tier.
I'll be your captain. I'm Steve Harrington.
Summer of 2019 is what I think of when I see this man. Oh, and of course the millions of TikTok edits that people made of him in his little Scoops Ahoy outfit. Don't get me wrong, I love Stranger Things, I love Joe Keery even more, but the fangirls were unstoppable once they got a hold of this fluffy-haired redemption arc. Put him at D. Not traumatic, just really overdone. Dude, I'm sweating so bad, and I think I still have like 15 to go. My digital escape. So, I was emo in high school, if it wasn't obvious.
My digital escape.
I was obsessed with My Digital Escape in high school. I would only watch 3 YouTube channels: My Digital Escape, Dan and Phil, and Smosh. My Digital Escape eventually disbanded, and it kind of got really ugly. It was actually the first YouTube drama that I ever encountered. It came out later that the creator, Brian Stars, kind of made filming non-consensual in a way, because he would just be recording them all the time and nobody was 100% comfortable with doing certain things, and he would make inappropriate jokes. It just wasn't a safe space anymore for a lot of the members. I'm putting it at D tier because they're all doing much better now and I still watch their individual content. Voltron. I'm talking more about the fandom with this one. Shipping underage characters with adult characters, racism, homophobia, over-sexualization, Pidge. You bitches did not deserve Pidge. moving on. On to One Direction fanfics. Now, I feel like this really created an era of like, more of like the Tumblr girls who would write like delusional Wattpad stories during their high school classes. I feel like every girl I knew at the time thought they were going to lose their virginity to one of these 5 boys. Like, it was crazy the grip these guys had on girls.
Wildly popular British-Irish boy band One Direction.
I myself was actually not a One Directioner. I think that's the fandom name. So I'm gonna put them at F tier. Don't get mad at me. So there's this game called Sonic the Hedgehog EXE. Many of you probably know it. So this one definitely gave me nightmares as a kid. I was like 13 when I watched Dan and Phil play it, and it traumatized me just a bit.
Sega.
Yeah. Did you see that?
What, the blood and the horror?
Yeah.
Yes, Phil, I saw it.
I've actually never played any Sonic games. I did, however, play Mario and Sonic at the Olympics for the Wii, so take that. I put it at B tier because if I had to watch that video again, I would probably still have nightmares. On to The Rainbow Factory. If you don't know what The Rainbow Factory is, it was a very gory music video that was released on YouTube in 2012. The Rainbow Factory is a retelling of My Little Pony, where all of the ponies got killed in the Rainbow Factory. Therefore, S tier, because I was only 10 when I watched it. One of my friends made me watch it. Very traumatizing. Fandom incest. Now, this has become pretty mainstream and popular thanks to Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon.
You've matured yourself these last 4 years, Princess.
I'm talking more specifically about Sam and Dean from Supernatural, the twins from Ouran High School Host Club, the twins from Harry Potter. What is up with you guys and shipping brothers? S tier, obviously. By the way, if you hear any weird chirping or clicks in the background, I promise you it's just my hermit crabs. Pinterest. I know what you're thinking. I use Pinterest all the time, so I don't really think about this now, but I just thought of it when I was soul searching for this video. This was back when Pinterest wasn't well moderated and it was more like Tumblr. I was a part of a lot of fandoms at the time and Pinterest knew that, so a lot of hentai fan art became available to me, just like on my regular feed. We're going C tier. Gets to sit right next to TikTok.
Are you ready for some Fazbear pizza?
Now, I remember watching my friend play this during gym class in high school, and it honestly wasn't too scary. It's just the initial jump scares that really get ya. I also used to watch a lot of Markiplier in high school, and I remember on several occasions I would go to bed with his videos playing and then wake up in the middle of the night with Five Nights at Freddy's playing on my TV, and I'm like, Mark, what the f? I'm gonna put this one at A tier because of my lost sleep.
Ready, you bastard!
The Backrooms. I think everyone pretty much knows what the Backrooms are at this point. Liminal spaces used to really freak me out, but now that I'm an adult, I just kind of want to go to there. So I guess not very traumatizing. We're gonna put it in F tier. However, those old Roblox Backrooms games used to scare the shit out of me. AO3. Next, the Blackface Alistair.
Your cosplayer wore blackface paint to Fan Expo Boston.
The internet took this one by storm pretty recently. As someone that has been in the cosplay community since like 2016, 2017, there is no reason that that should have ever happened or been allowed even near a convention center. People of color in the cosplay community are already treated terribly. So we're gonna put that one in S tier because how can it get worse than blackface? My immortal. So me and my friends found this fan fiction on Wattpad, and we would go around in a circle and read it out loud. Nothing could have prepared me for the absolute grammatical error-filled filth that I was about to popcorn read in front of all my closest friends. D tier because it's kind of iconic still. Possibly in Michigan. This was a horror musical short film that was released in 1983. It kind of got a resurgence of popularity once TikTok got a hold of some of the audio clips from it, but the actual thing is quite disturbing.
She must have been out of her head.
If you didn't know, it's about two women being stalked in a department store by a cannibal. C tier. And this is the last one I have for you guys. It is last, but it is certainly not least, the Rainbow Dash jar. So there was this dude, I believe it was anonymous, but I'm not actually really sure, posted a picture on 4chan of a Rainbow Dash figurine in a jar of, say it with me, A tier. I love My Little Pony too, but not quite like that. A tier. And that is our trauma tier list. So just to recap, S tier, Omegle, Voltron, Rainbow Factory, Incest, Blackface. A tier, Five Nights at Freddy's, Rainbow Dash jar. B tier, Tampon Bakugo poster, Sonic the Hedgehog. C tier, TikTok cosplays, Pinterest, possibly in Michigan. D tier, Creepypasta, Steve Harrington, My Digital Escape, My Immortal. F tier, One Direction fanfics, and the Backrooms, of course. And I think that just about does it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want me to rank anything else, just let me know because I have this poster in my house. I love all you nerds and I hope you have a fantastic evening.